When it comes to flying animals, we often think about the endless varieties of birds and perhaps bats, maybe even pterosaurs from the dinosaur age. But evolution and adaptation is full of surprises. Indeed, you may not realize that flight has evolved in animals, enabling species such as fish, mammals, reptiles and amphibians to develop the ability to be airborne. Welcome to Top 10 Event YouTube channel. Subscribe, like and bell the notification button to get new videos. Top 10 animals you didn't know could fly. Number 10. Wild turkeys. We tend to associate turkeys more with Thanksgiving than the skies. Generally, whenever you see a turkey in the wild, it's on land. So it may come as a surprise that wild turkeys can actually fly, albeit only short distances. However, when they fly at considerable speed. In fact, Live Science claims that they can fly as quickly as 55 miles per hour, which equates to almost 90 kilometers per hour. Number 9. Flying snakes. The concept of a flying snake may leave some people petrified, but these animals do exist, predominantly found in Southeast Asia. The good news is their venom is typically only enough to harm small prey such as lizards, rodents, frogs and birds, not humans. The University of Chicago released a paper on flying snakes in 2015 after a study, and lead scientist Jake Socker, PhD, said, despite their lack of wing-like appendages, flying snakes are skilled aerial locomotors. Flying snakes don't fly like birds, but instead they glide by flattening their body into a pseudo-concave wing C-shape whilst making wave-like lateral undulations, which enables their steady flight. The University of Chicago study also confirmed smaller snakes fly further. Number 8. Ballooning spiders. The concept of spiders ballooning is one of the most creative in the animal world. It occurs in many species of light spiders, often the spiderlings. In essence, these arachnids have evolved to release silk threads which catch the wind like a parachute and make them airborne, much like kiting. It's an externally powered method, which is unique. While most ballooning spiders' journeys are relatively short, some have been known to have traveled for hundreds of kilometers. They climb to their highest point and catch the wind with their silk strands. Its purpose is dispersal to move between locations, although casualties are high. Number 7. Flying squid. It seems strange that a pelagic creature would fly, but some members of the Omastrepidae species, aka the aptly named flying squid, have evolved to do that. The most common variety is found in the waters off Japan. Japanese researchers have claimed that the squid can glide for up to 30 meters and at 11.2 meters per second. Similar to Usain Bolt's 100 meters sprint pace. The report by Japanese researchers also said, we have discovered that squid do not just jump out of water, but have a highly developed flying posture. Number 6. Draco lizards. There's something particularly cute about Dracos, although that subsides a bit when they take flight. These tiny agamid lizards, related to iguanas, are capable of extending their elongated ribs and the connecting membranes to create wings. It isn't quite powered flight, but for a 20 centimeters lizard they can glide more than 50 meters, which is a fair distance relatively speaking. They fly in order to avoid predators on the forest floor, but also to find mates and meals. They are quite territorial too. They'll often glide from tree to tree to protect their territory. Number 5. Flying fish. There are 40 species of fins. They're commonly found in the Caribbean island nation of Barbados, which is known as the land of the flying fish. They're generally found in tropical oceans and within 200 meters of the surface. Hence their evolution to utilize the area above. Number 4. Flying squirrels. National Geographic described these creatures as living, breathing paper airplanes. Flying squirrels cannot fly like a bird, but they instead glide utilizing their built-in parachute, the pterosaur, which is a membrane that stretches from wrist to ankle and looks like a hang glider. Their long tail acts as a stabilizer and a brake, while they use their limbs for direction. Flying squirrels glide from tree to tree within forests to ensure they avoid the predators which occupy the forest floor. They can glide from anywhere from 40 to 150 meters. Number 3. Gliding ants. The spectacular thing about gliding ants is they are wingless, yet they have mastered a mode of flight. These arboreal insects have evolved to direct their fall from trees. The phenomenon of gliding ants is relatively newly discovered, with University of California biologists writing a paper on them in 2005. Given their tree-bound existence, these ants have learned to find their way back to their original tree, if they fall, using visual cues. Biologists studied them to discover that they can turn 180 degrees in the air. Gliding ants come into tree trunks backwards, hitting them with their rear legs. Often they bounce off. It's estimated there's an 85% success rate of landing on the same tree trunk. Number 2. Chinese flying frog. Number 1. Mobulas. There's little known about these rays, collectively known as devil rays. However, what they are known for is their belly flops. Scientists sometimes refer to them as ocean acrobats. These fish look like most rays, with large wing-like fins. They're strong swimmers, usually in schools, and they use that power to propel themselves out of the water, often flipping or twirling in the air, before flopping back into the water. Typically they can only get around 2 meters out of the water, so it's not exactly full flight, but it is uniquely curious behavior all the while.